It is my privilege to introduce Peggy Duquesnel. She is an accomplished pianist, vocalist, composer, and arranger with more than 25 years of professional experience. Peggy served as keyboardist for the Anaheim Angels baseball team and the Anaheim Ducks hockey team, and recently served as keyboardist for the 2018 Paralympics ice hockey games in South Korea. You just played for the Paralympics. I mean, what an experience. I remember, like, when you said you were doing this, it's like, what? I mean, you went to South Korea and you organized, like, their band over there, and you played with their players. And just give us a little bit of glimpse of what and how that happened, first of all, because you were prepared. And I talk about being prepared. You just don't know what's gonna pop up, but you were prepared, and this opportunity came along, and what an amazing time that you had. So share a little bit of that with us.
Thank you, Debbie. It was just a trip of a lifetime, an opportunity that just birthed out of my previous experiences. One of the gentlemen that I worked with at when I was the organist for the Ducks in Anaheim was the announcer there, Michael Carlucci, who's a very well-known announcer and for the Dodgers and all sorts of things and TV things. Mike said they were looking for an organist, and he said, well, I know somebody. The only one I can think of is Peggy Duquesnel. And so he reached out to me on Facebook and sent me a message and said, give me a call. I want to chat with you about something and see if you might be interested. So we talked on the phone, and I said, gosh, that'd be fun. I mean, I haven't played for sports since I think 2004 was my last year with the Angels. So it's been, 13 years or 14 years. So I ended up talking to the producer for the Paralympics, and he's a Korean that lives in Boston and Korea, and he produced the Boston Marathon a couple of years ago, and that's how they ended up hiring him, because he was bilingual and from Korea, to do the Paralympics and the Olympics. But the Paralympics, they really wanted to feature live music, especially at the hockey games. And fortunately, I had hung on to all my sports repertoire books. I had, song lists of all the stuff that I played. So I started pulling them out, putting new song lists together, putting repertoire together for them. And I sent them a list of about 300 songs and like quotes and fanfares and cheers and things. And then they got back to me on the ones that they thought would work well. And then they also sent me some Korean songs to learn, and some K-pop music and some traditional Korean songs. And then they also sent me information about this traditional Korean drumming, and said, we're going to provide like 3 drummers or 2 traditional Korean drummers for you to play along with you. So I thought, well, this is going to be fun. Then also the DJ was fabulous, and he had done the Olympics, and he was going to do the Paralympics also. And he and I communicated a lot, and he sent me like MP3s, and I did some charts of things and learned some keyboard things that would fit with his music. So we planned on collaborating on a few things with DJ and live organ, which was really fun. So I did quite a bit of preparation. I didn't know exactly what to expect, as they were providing a keyboard for me. I actually ended up with 2 keyboards, which was much better than just having one. And I had to do a lot of programming the first week during the rehearsals and getting all the songs ready to be performed live. Gosh, it was just an exciting team. There were the production, they call it the SPP, Sports Production Presentation. And there were I think at least 40 to maybe 50 people on that team. And a lot of people are just sitting in the back, just coordinating things. There's the audio production, video production, live music, other people coming in to do things, special events, advertising. It was just huge. So just coordinating all of us was really exciting. And then they had a gal coordinating our schedules. Like, a lot of us stayed in the same hotel, and every night we'd get the schedule for the next day, what time and who was supposed to be at the van down in the front of the hotel at whatever time, and what time you're going to, go to the production meeting, and what time to call, all the different things. So it was very well organized, extremely professional. And the first day I got there, I got an Olympic uniform. Everybody that worked there or volunteered got some type of a uniform. I understand they didn't have a live musician for the Olympic. So I was I believe the only musician hired from out of the country to perform for all of the Olympic events. And it was all recorded music for the other events. So it was really exciting to do that. They showed us a lot on the screen. They did a lot of pumping the audience up, and the live music was a big part of it. And it just made me feel so good to be playing for sports in that environment where you're really connecting with the fans and you're connecting with the players, and you really feel like you're doing what you're supposed to be doing as a live musician. So it was very exciting.
Yeah,
really.
and seeing the types of athletes that have had to overcome so much to even be there.
That was just mind-boggling. These athletes were phenomenal. And they were as good as any pros, and without legs, without, on one blade, and moving themselves and hitting the puck and jumping on each other and just aggressive. They were fantastic. But to cap it all off, I got to play for the gold medal for the USA, to win the gold medal in hockey. And it was just so exciting. So exciting. They beat Canada. Canada won the silver medal. And then the day before, Korea won the bronze medal, and the president of Korea and the first lady were there, and they were greeting all the players, and just the enthusiasm and spirit and joy and love in that whole arena through that time was just fantastic. Just fantastic.